Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Today is February 7th, and I'm DJ Baker. Welcome into the Blend Extra. Coming up on today's show, we have high-budget commercials, fluffy canine competitors, and acrobatics on ice. But speaking of ice, let's take a look at our weather as we could go on to see a bit of a wintry mix as we get into our Saturday. But I'll touch on that here in a second. First things first, let's talk about today. Going to be on the mostly cloudy side. Highs, though, top out near that 33-degree mark. While we may see some snow on our radar, nothing is going to drop toward the ground as there is a massive dry layer. So while, yes, our radar is showing snow, do not worry as we don't expect anything to actually reach the ground. That is until we get to Saturday, as there's two separate systems that are going to kind of avoid the state line areas. One will stay to the north, one will stay to the south, but I can't rule out maybe the northern portions of that system actually dipping down a little bit, giving us a little bit of a wintry mix, maybe some freezing drizzle to earlier on start on our Saturday morning, followed by some afternoon snow. But overall, impacts are going to be minimal as little to no ice accumulations expected. And if we do see any snow, no more than a half of an inch, a high of 33 degrees for our Saturday. Heading into our Sunday, a high of 29 degrees, partly cloudy skies, and those partly cloudy skies remain heading into Monday, a high of 34. After that, though, we are turning much cooler heading into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday with highs in the middle and lower 20s with a few snow chances Tuesday afternoon as well as Wednesday evening, so we'll keep a close eye on those. And speaking of keeping a close eye, we'll keep a close eye on our primetime Motivator East State Street cam as it might not be blue skies here today. We're seeing those clouds overhead. Regardless, not a bad day to be outside. And while some people look forward to the big game this weekend, like myself looking forward to seeing maybe the Chiefs three-peat this year, others are looking forward to either the halftime show or the commercials. Companies spend millions of dollars for just 30 seconds of your time, but the time it takes to make these ads is several months. Reporter Jen Sullivan has an inside look.
A high-stakes matchup for this year's Super Bowl, the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. But the stakes are also high for advertisers. Fox, the broadcaster of this year's big game, says some companies paid more than $8 million for a 30-second ad spot.
We went all in to make sure that we have the best story.
Ricardo Marquez is the vice president of marketing for Michelob Ultra, one of the many beer brands owned by Anheuser-Busch.
At Anheuser-Busch, 260 plus ads. We have a clear playbook on how to win the Super Bowl.
This year's 60-second commercial,
What are two Michelob Ultras?
called the Ultra Hustle. The ad features high-profile athletes being challenged by actors Willem Dafoe and Catherine O'Hara
Would you consider playing us?
For the Ultras.
in a friendly yet highly competitive game of pickleball.
When it was pitched to me, I thought, this is funny.
We're in a friendly game of pickleball. We just happen to be animals on the court.
Creating this 60-second ad took almost a year of planning.
When we get to the production stage, securing talent, the director, a location, and then all the post-production work, all of that takes immense time.
Marquez says it took 5 days just to film the commercial. And the goal of all this hard work and time?
Brand recognition and ultimately, of course, sales.
In a digital world, they also measure success by the buzz and engagement their ad gets online. That's one of the many reasons why they release the commercial before the big game. And as soon as this year's Super Bowl ends, it's back to the drawing board to focus on next year's commercial.
The pressure and the privilege of being in the Super Bowl stage.
For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
Needless to say, Doritos and even Budweiser both are probably my favorite commercials when it comes to just how good they normally are. Doritos for how funny they are, Budweiser for how heartwarming, and looking forward to seeing the Michelob Ultra commercial. Hey, if you're not interested in the actual game of football, you still might want to stay tuned on Sunday as Team Fluff and Team Rough go head-to-head in the 2025 Puppy Bowl. Sunday's ferocious event features 142 rescue dogs.
After every puppy bowl, not only are these dogs adopted, but they're shelters. You know, they're litter mates because they're often part of a litter of 4 or 5 siblings. They also get adopted. The mother of these puppies gets adopted. That's the best part because it's harder to adopt out senior dogs than adult dogs.
Puppy Bowl 21 kicks off on Sunday at 1 p.m. and is available on Animal Planet and Discovery Channel, TBS, and Max. Iowa's Blank Park Zoo left their football predictions to their tiger, Misha. The 13-year-old Amir Tiger was offered 2 treat-filled boxes decorated for each team. Misha sniffed the boxes and then devoured the Chiefs box. Hey, I'm with you there, signifying her pick. Officials at the zoo says the animals there have a pretty good track record of picking the winners, getting it right 11 out of 14 times. If the Chiefs do in fact prove Misha right, they will become the first team in NFL history to win the big game 3 consecutive years in a row, at least during the Super Bowl era. Well, coming up, we do have some of the greatest acrobatics on ice from around the world, and that's coming here to Rockford this weekend. We'll look at it next.
Every day, the colors of life, the choices we make, are blurry. Rising prices, our safety, and our future. At WIFR, we bring them into focus. We cover all sides so you can decide. Breaking news so you stay informed. And first alerts so you can plan ahead. When life gets blurry, focus on WIFR, putting you first.
From the future. From the hard-hitting action of your Rockford Ice Hawks.
Shot on net. Slaggert scores! Takes it down to the goal line, draped it across, they score! It's Joey Anderson with a hat trick!
Local baseball action with your Beloit Sky Car.
He's at the wall, and that ball is gone!
To watching the best high school teams across Illinois battle in IHSA football and basketball championships. Exciting college basketball from the NBC. To the now of the Chicago Blackhawks.
Score! Here's Bernard with a shot. Scores! What a goal!
The Chicago Bulls.
Swing. Drives it all the way. Dunk it, Kobe White. Get up or get out the way.
And the Chicago White Sox. The hottest sports action can be seen on the channels of WSLN, the state line's home for sports.
There's some winter weather advisories.
Winter is here, and so is WIFR First Alert Weather, tracking it all. And when conditions change, you'll know first. WIFR First Alert Weather, putting you first all winter long. Growing your business takes a partner you know and trust. Our digital marketing experts know how to reach your customers. At Gray Digital Media, we can help because we know local. Let's connect today. GDM Rock.
Welcome back to the Morning Blend Extra. Acrobatics performed on the ice and in the air last night for the opening of Cirque Du Soleil Crystal in Rockford. Before the show, Aaron Molson got a backstage tour to figure out what goes on behind the scenes.
What a time we've had here with our friend Roberto, the BMO, getting set to go for Cirque du Soleil Crystal. I know you had an opportunity to visit with Maggie earlier this week, but to actually be here behind the scenes, all of this technology is incredible. And let's run down just some of the nuts and bolts here in numbers. How many trucks does it take to get your entire team here and in place?
We travel with over 100 people, 18 trucks, 180 tons of equipment, 460 road cases, 160 racks to transport all of our set pieces, over 1,000 pieces of costume used every performance, over 4,000 pieces of costume traveling with us. We travel with a full kitchen crew, a full gym, 30-something technicians, 45 artists from 23 different countries, so it's a village.
It really is. This is where those artists will get warmed up before they take to the ice or to the skies above?
It's a blue mass where they do a lot of the warming up. The acrobats do a lot of training here. We also have Pilates class here every day for us.
Nice.
Yeah.
And those aren't microphones. Earlier this morning, I thought those were headset microphones. No, they're sensors, right?
No, they're infrared sensors that cameras pick up in front of the ice, and the spotlights follow the skaters and acrobats on the ice.
Who knew? Who knew? Wow, all the power boxes are right here, of course, and they can monitor all that. As we do continue on with the behind-the-scenes look, props are huge. You mentioned your costumes as well. Those sewing machines they use are incredible.
Yeah, they have to maintain all of these pieces of costume. They're done with special materials that are water repellent because sometimes they fall on the ice intentionally or unintentionally, so they have to be maintained throughout the tour. So yeah, it's a lot of people to put on a show.
What do we get a chance to see on ice and then hanging from our skies here at the BMO? What's the show like?
Well, the show combines the beautiful gliding on the ice with the acrobats that Cirque du Soleil is famous for. So you can see figure skaters doing their thing, which is beautiful and majestic, and you get the acrobats going up in the sky, up on the ceilings with straps, stringing trapeze, hand to trapeze as well. And there's the hockey act, which is a lot of intensity and energy. and it has a little homage to the home team, which I'm not going to spoil just yet, but everybody's going to love it.
I see the hockey net out there,
Yeah.
so I'm hoping somebody gets a goal.
Oh, yeah.
So many props, too, that you've got here right behind the set for this show.
So here are a few of our set pieces. We have over 500 set pieces. We have the trees for the pond scene, the ramps for the hockey act, the swings for the kids, the couch for the family scene, the juggler's platform over here on the right. It's impressive how he juggles on the ice. So, yeah,
and
it's
it
a lot of
takes
stuff.
music to put it all together, and
Yeah.
this is the area where all that magic happens, correct?
So we have 3 musicians that play live throughout the show, on the ice, into the wall, and from the backstage area as well. So we also have 4 songs that are not original from Cirque du Soleil. We have Chandelier by Sia, Halo by Beyonce, Sinner Man by Nina Simone, and Beautiful Day by U2.
Well, I hope a lot of folks will take advantage of this incredible program that'll be here in town, kicking off, what, tonight at 7 o'clock?
Tonight, 7 p.m.
Wow, and the shows will go through the weekend. You will be impressed. If you've ever wanted to take in a Cirque show, this is your opportunity to do it right here in our own backyard, right live at the BMO. You can't beat it. Cirque du Soleil Crystal here all weekend long. Roberto, thank you so
My
much.
pleasure.
We appreciate it. This has been a real eye-opener for us this morning when you think about everything that goes into these shows.
Yeah.
You love your job.
I do.
You really do.
I mean, it's an experience to work with live entertainment, and a show like this, which is beautiful, has a beautiful message, and combines the beautiful guy on the ice with the acrobatics that Cirque du Soleil is famous for. You can't miss out.
And speaking of acrobatics, every time I look somewhere, I see more of your gear that you got here in place
This is just
to make
for
this
safety.
Okay.
To put everything up. This is just a safety gear for the
Got you.
technicians to go up and down the racks up there, and yeah, this is the dolly that goes up so they don't have to climb it. So it's a safety first for the
And
artists
there
and the
are a
technicians.
ton of lights that you can't see behind those curtains that really do put this show into the bright hot spotlight of showbiz. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
All righty.
There are only 4 more showings of this one-of-a-kind experience this weekend. You can get tickets now at bmocenter.com, or go to asm.rockford.com. Well, coming up next, a new romantic comedy packed with martial arts action hits theaters this weekend. Hey, we'll take a quick look at it after this.
From the future. From the hard-hitting action of your Rockford Ice
Shot
Hawks.
on net. Slaggert scores! Takes it down to the goal line. Draped it across. They score! It's Joey Anderson with a hat trick.
Local baseball action with your Beloit Sky Car.
He's hit the wall, and that ball is gone!
To watching the best high school teams across Illinois battle in IHSA football and basketball championships. Exciting college basketball from the MVC. To the now of the Chicago Blackhawks.
Score! Here's Bernard with a shot. Scores! What a goal!
The Chicago Bulls.
Drives it all the way. Dunk it, Kobe White. Get up or get out the way.
And the Chicago White Sox. The hottest sports action can be seen on the channels of WSLN, the state line's home for sports.
Welcome back into the Morning Blend Extra. If you're looking for a romantic comedy that might also bring a little bit of action led by a pair of Oscar winners, well, this film might just check all your boxes. David Daniel has a preview of Love Hurts.
Every day is an opportunity to change your life. Good morning. Do you think I just woke up one day as a top-selling realtor?
You won the Regional Realtor of the Year award.
Ke Huy Quan stars in Love Hurts as Marvin, who wasn't always a cheerful realtor, as he's reminded by an unnerving Valentine.
Rose? Hey, Marv. You stole from my brother. I got you out. Why did you come back?
We're hiding, and hiding ain't living. If we're gonna stop your brother, I'm gonna need the old you.
Quan was delighted to play a different kind of action hero.
Someone who looks like you doesn't look lethal at all until, you mess with him and then you realize he's a true badass. What do you want, Rose?
A secured outcome, no matter the cost. She is unapologetically confident, and she has this acceptance of the unknown. And she's like, I don't know where the chips are gonna fall, but I'll put certain things in place, and now we're gonna see. Now let's finish this together.
She's incredible, and she is so good with action. I'm surprised that, you know, this is her first time doing something like this.
There was a real sense of mutual admiration that grew into a great partnership.
You want the old me? You got him.
It's about damn time.
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
And needless to say, I am very excited to go see that, especially with Marshawn Lynch also being in that movie. I don't think I've ever seen him actually in a movie. Instead, of course, seen him on the gridiron. Well, that wraps up today's Morning Blend Extra. Go out and enjoy your Friday. Have a great weekend. And as always, just have a good one.
From the future,